It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Houston Rockets as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And now, the Golden State Warriors starters. The championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt, with Green working at power forward. Kevon Looney out there with Miller. And for the Rockets, the guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. And it's Şengün in at the center position. When you take a glance at the season and standings, Greg, teams are still kind of feeling things out.
Yeah, it's just so early in the season, Kevin, and that means teams still trying to establish an identity as well as experimenting and just trying out new rotations.
Now here's Van Vliet. Passes to Şengün. Down low. Nice shot by Brooks.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Curry kicks to Miller. Green against Thompson. Puts it up from 12, and he nails the jumper.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Van Vliet against Curry. Smith wide open. He fires. And the three off target. Here's Thompson. A second chance effort. Here's Miller. Looney passes to Thompson. Over Green. Klay Thompson again. Thompson's got his second bucket.
And that's what makes Klay an all-time great as far as shooting the basketball. Just step inside the three-point line, and he'll still hurt you.
Now, here is Smith. Last game we saw him score 13. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Green. And the new CBA challenging the top spending teams, Brent. That certainly affects the Warriors, doesn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, the roster is not getting any younger, but it is getting more expensive. So to sustain that kind of payroll, especially with the way the tax system is set up, it's something the Warriors are just going to have to deal with at some point and make some very critical decisions around what this roster is going to look like.
That free throw, no good. Averaging less than 9 points a game for his career, but Draymond Green does everything else on the basketball court, Brent, and I know you admire that.
Yeah, of course, the former defensive player of the year, a tremendous playmaker, but the biggest skill, Kevin, is his mouth. He is a great communicator out there to keep this team connected.
And the Rockets hiring of Coach Udoka brought a lot of optimism, it seemed, to the fan base.
Yeah, Houston has had a rough go in recent years. And Udoka took the Celtics to the NBA Finals in his lone season as head coach. They're not expecting that kind of success right away, but they're hopeful he can turn things in the right direction.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
Curry on the wing. Back to Miller. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The feed to Brooks. Will it go? The Warriors pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again.
For the Rockets, Jeff Green is checked in for Smith. Tari Eason comes in for Dylan Brooks. That's Thompson in for Fred Van Vliet. Then for the Warriors, Sharich comes in for Looney, and Paul subbed in for Thompson. The Rockets with another miss. Warriors leading by 9. Paul looking over the floor. Inside. And there's Green on the assist by Miller.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the dunk by Eason.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here is Miller. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. They get it back. They kick it out to Green. Another shot. Eason grabs the board.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Oh, group substitution here. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Green. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Green, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Fred Van Vliet in for Thompson. Now, here's Green, still without a basket. Pass to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. And it's Şengün in at center. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here is Brooks following the basket by Draymond Green to the paint. Goes back up, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. It really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
You know, Brent, I heard you talking the other day about the advantage left-handed players have in drawing fouls. Why do you feel that's the case?
I've just always felt, Kevin, that you don't really prepare for lefties. You don't see many of them in the league. So think about it. On a Monday and a Wednesday, you're playing a squad, and all of a sudden, Thursday's back-to-back game has a guy like James Harden. It's just hard to adjust physically what you need to do in terms of defending a left-handed player.
Now, here's Curry. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, it feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Rockets trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Thompson twins, Amen and Asar, became the first set of twins to become first-round draft picks this summer. Amen said making the NBA has been our whole dream since the 3rd grade. Asar added, I always have someone there to push me and to keep it 100 with me. We're never too high or too low, and we're always just there for each other and want one another to succeed. Kevin?
Oh, man, that's tremendous. David, thanks. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws. To the game. The first free throw is good. Greg, remember back when the 22-23 season started and the Rockets were among the youngest teams in the NBA.
And it's hard to win in this league with youth and inexperience. Houston's front office aggressively adding quality vets like Fred VanVleet in hopes of stabilizing that roster.
Now here's Brooks. 11 points for him in that last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10. Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And there's Green on the assist by Smith. Green's got his first points in this one.
Oh, how about the body control from Green? Coming in handy there.
The pass to Green. Back to Curry. Pass to Miller. To the middle. Here's Looney. Out to Miller. Curry looking it over. Back to Miller. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Green gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes.
Brooks against Miller. Brooks, the pass to Van Vliet. Back to Brooks. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Yep, that one goes.
Looney in the right spot there. Good presence on the inside as he boxes the defense out and sends the ball right up.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
A new lineup here for Houston. Different look here for the Warriors. Saric has checked in for Green. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Miller. Gary Payton has checked in for Thompson. And it's Paul in for Stephen Curry. Now, here's Thompson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Golden State.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board.
So it's the Golden State Warriors taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The Warriors, 38.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. The championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson the backcourt with Green working at power forward. Miller is out there with Kevon Looney. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Smith kicks to Green. Here's Van Vliet. And stolen by Miller. And it's the Warriors on the break. That shot off. Great D that time from Green.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Here's Curry. And play stops as it looks like they call an over-the-back here.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
And Brent, Steph Curry has so much love for this game. He's a true ambassador for the sport.
Well, with Steph, anything that he touches seems to turn to gold. I mean, he loves hoops no matter what it is. Supports the women's games. He's involved with youth athletics in the Bay Area and back home in Charlotte. And this guy just loves to see the sport grow as much as he has.
Thompson misses.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much, guys. Now, culture is thrown around a lot in the NBA, but the Warriors team has it in spades, and Kevon Looney says the way we play is the way the locker room is. It's fast, loose, and disciplined. As long as you work, you're able to enjoy what you're doing. Everyone has input, and I think the biggest thing with our culture is we always talk about playing with joy. Kevin?
And they do. Love it, David. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Free throw good, Smith.
Second overall pick in 2022. Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in.
Substitution
Here for the Warriors. Here's Van Vliet. Passes it to Tate from deep. And the 3 ball is good. Tate's only got 7 now in this quarter.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. It's a 10-point game. Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Tate in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Back to Miller. Shoots. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
The assist.
Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. To the inside, Tate. And Tate throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Payton looking it over. Now here's Kuminga. D right on him. Back to Payton. Just 4 to shoot. Off target with his 3. It's trailed by 8. And stolen by Miller. Kuminga kicks to Miller. Paul passes to Payton. Golden State moving it around. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. Shoots over Tate. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. And the Warriors lead by 10. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
It's Thompson off the drive. Wiggins with the block.
Oh, my, Wiggins saying, no.
Sinks the triple.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Golden State. Fans, we want to know who wants a free t-shirt. Make some noise.
Houston making some changes. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Tari Eason. Brooks comes in for Tate. And Jalen Green subbed in for the Rockets. Green comes in for Şengün. It's Thompson in for Fred VanVleet. The Warriors also with a sub. Miller's checked in. Here's Brooks. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Brooks has got 5 points now in the quarter. Curry kicks to Miller. Back to Curry. Back to Miller. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And 12 points for MP.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 7. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Green, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Thompson. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Great poise from VanVleet there, shrugging off the pressure and just taking that shot.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Third team foul.
34 seconds left in the game. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Golden State.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Yeah, so easy to root for Stephen Curry because of how much fun he seems to have on the floor. Embraces the competition, but is able to laugh it off when something doesn't go his way. A lot of things do, though.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're behind by 6. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
It's T-shirt time! Get on your feet and get wild! One more time! Let's hear it for you! What City, Texas!
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brooks with no one around. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this is why Brooks is out there. Amazing watching him come up in the clutch for his squad. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. and it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Here's Van Vliet. Curry with the steal. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Van Fleet. Fourth personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
For the Warriors.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Brooks outside. Offensive rebound.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're leading by 5. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so here is Golden State, and an intentional foul right there.
5th personal foul. At the line for the Warriors. Stephen.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. And the rejection by MP. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew.
Now that's a level of effort on the defensive end we haven't seen before tonight. What's the difference out there?
You know, I think you're just seeing a gradual improvement as we translate lessons from the practice court, to the game.
So you haven't had a fire lit under you guys? You look like a different club on D tonight.
Man, I have no clue what you're talking about, brother. Everyone in this locker room is 100% committed and together. You don't get an effort like that on defense otherwise.
Fair enough. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
One loser, when's he gonna lose?